Home Purchasing Workshop Part 2. So we are going to see a story of William and Kate, William and Kate. So this is a couple. They want to buy a house of around 250,000. William works at a furniture store for 5 years. Income of William, 28,800 per year, which is 2,400 per month. Yeah. And Kate, the wife Kate, works in retail services for 3 years. Thank you to all of you for you came back. Thank you very much. And Kate works in a retail services for 3 years, and her income is 21,600 per year, which is 1,800 per month. So William, the husband, 2,400, and Kate, the wife, 1,800, which is a total of household income 4,200. 4,200. Yeah. Now, if you want to buy a house, they are going to check your credit history. William has Visa and Kate has a President Choice credit card. And they are making minimum payment towards their credit card between 50 and 200, which is they are paying 100. They have a debt of, they are paying 100 every month, 100. So they have a debt of 100 towards their, not 100, they are paying towards their debt on credit card 100. And Kate and William, they bought a car on credit, on loan, and they are paying 300 every month, Imagine buying a car on credit, it can be costly. Look, car payment, 300 times 12, 1 year, 36. Look at insurance of the car, 130 times 12, 1,560. Look at the gas, 160 times 12. Maintenance, I just said 100 times 12. Look now, 8,280 per year, 1 year. So buying a house on credit can be costly. Now they are looking for down payment. Kate, the wife, has opened an RRSP, Registered Retirement Saving Plan account. And she has saved up to 3,600. So ladies and gentlemen, once you want to buy your first house and you have money on your RRSP account, you can withdraw this money. You can use this money towards your down payment, and you are not going to pay taxes. And when you buy your first house, remember to claim the tax credit when you file your income tax. Say, I bought my first house. Then you get between 750 to 1,000 tax credit. And William, the husband, has saved on his saving account 5,500. So they both have 3,600 plus 55, 9,100. Great. They have enough money for their down payment. Now they say, let us go to the bank or credit union to look for a mortgage. They go to a financial institution to see if they are qualified to have a mortgage. Now, I want to talk about the stress tests. there was a raise on the stress test for mortgages. Now, in fact, now it is 7.5%. Yeah. So for this one, it doesn't make the loan itself any more expensive. Rather, it ensures anyone getting a mortgage that they will be able to pay it off if rates go up. For example, now the interest rate is around 5.2 or 5.5%. Now the stress test now is 7.5. They are going to calculate based on 7.5 because they don't want, in fact, they want to protect you. They say if the interest rates will go up, maybe up to 7, will this family with this income are they going to be able to pay the mortgage? That is why they protect you. They say, yes, instead of calculating the interest on 5.25 now, let us calculate on 7.5. If interest goes up, this family will still pay their mortgage. They will have no problem. So they are protecting you, the buyer. So they check the credit history from Equifax and TransUnion. You give them a permission. They ask you, can we check your credit? Say yes. Now they check immediately from Equifax and TransUnion or TransUnion. Immediately they get your credit. Look at this one. I told you, Kate and William. Kate, 50,400, which is 2,800, and 2,000. One moment. 2,400, and the wife 1,800. Both of them, they are earning 4,200 per month, 4,200 per month. This is 100% of their income. Their income is 4,200 household income. Now, which is 100%. Look at this white bar, this one, 4042. Listen to me carefully. Banks or credit union will not allow you to spend more than 42% of your income on paying for the housing and your debt. Housing and your debt. They will not allow you to pay more than 42% of your income on housing and your debt. Yeah, I will show you how they calculate this. Now look at this one. Banks and or credit union will not allow you to spend more than 32% of your income on housing only. Housing only. I'm going to show you how to calculate this. I told you 42% housing and your debt. 32% is only housing. So how to calculate the first one? In fact, it is called total debt service, TDS. If you go to the bank or credit union, you will hear TDS, TDS. What is TDS? Total debt service. How do they calculate? First of all, they check your income, household income. Remember Kate and William, 4,200. This is their monthly household income. Now, to calculate the TDS, they check the housing. Remember, it is housing and your debt. Housing, they check three things: mortgage payment, property tax, and they estimate the cost of the heat. They estimate. Suppose William and Kate, they are paying mortgage payment. I told you one part goes to the principal, another one goes to the interest. 872, 872. Now, the property tax, every 2 years, the city will do property assessment. They want to calculate how much you are going to pay towards your property tax. And they will estimate the cost of the heat. Maybe for this house, 200. Now, for the housing, 1,222. Now, for the debt, remember, William and Kate, they are paying 100 every month towards their credit card. They have a debt. And they bought a car, remember? They bought a car on credit. They are paying 300 every month, every month. And look at this one, sending money home. If you have the obligation of sending money home, some people send money home. Maybe 300. Put it here. It's like a liability, it's like a debt. 1 + 3, 4, + 3, 7. We have a debt of 7. Now they take housing obligation plus your liabilities, the debt, divide by the household income. Look now. Housing obligation plus liabilities divided by household income times 100, 45%. And it should be less than 42%. Now they said, oh, your TDS is high, over by 3%. Now suppose, look here, suppose William and Kate, they don't send money home. They don't send money home. So here is 0. It will be 1 + 3, 4. Instead of 7, 4. 1 + 3, 100 + 300, 4. Look here now. 4. Look now, 4. Now, 22 + 400 divided by 42 times 100, 38%. Yay! They are approved. This is the TDS. But what about the GDS, the 32%? Remember, 32%, it is 32% here. 32%. GDS, gross debt service. How to calculate this? They look at household income. William and Kate, 4,200 household income. Now, housing obligations, principal interest, mortgage payment, property tax. Estimate the cost of the heat. 200, they said 200. Now it is 1222. They take housing obligation, divide by the household income, multiply by 100. Yes, you see, housing obligation, mortgage payment, property tax. Estimate the cost of the heat, divide by the household income. 29%, yes, which is less than 32%. Before it was 35%, but now they brought it to 32%. And you must satisfy both conditions, TDS and GDS. Remember these two, TDS and GDS. Okay. Now we are going to look at a sample of a mortgage. A sample of a mortgage. Maybe a mortgage of 247,000. Interest rate, oh, here it was too low, 1.89%. Yeah, amortization 25 years. Remember, maximum. You can bring it down, pay more. Yeah. And monthly payment, 1,032%. 1,032.86. Monthly payment, principal interest. Look now. So if you see here, balance on a specific term, this is the term, 5 years, remember. Yeah. So the term maturity after 5 years. So interest, they paid 21,406. And on the principal, 40,000. Outstanding balance, 206,430. This is after 5 years. Now, look at this one now. Until you pay it off, you pay after 25 years. If no extra money you paid. So this family will end up paying their mortgage. Yeah, the number of payment, 300 payment. Last payment date, 2046, 25 years. They have paid 309,858. In fact, the total interest, this is where I want to focus on. Look at on the total interest, 62,858. Look at this amount of money you pay towards the interest. And remember, it is a small house, 247,000. And you pay interest 62,858. Okay? But don't be scared by this number here. We are going to see ways to reduce the interest. The ways to reduce the interest. Look at the year one, the first year. Remember, it is 247, the mortgage. Look at the interest and the principal. This amount goes to the interest, and this amount goes to the principal. And you are paying 1,032, 1,032. And look at the year 25. We jump to the year 25. So now the mortgage is finished. Look at the interest now, $1, $0. You see here? So in fact, you have finished to pay your mortgage. So if you pay monthly 1,032.86 and make no extra payment, remember interest will be, we have seen this one, 62,858. But do you want to pay this amount of money on interest? How can you reduce the interest? In fact, when you buy a house, remember always to reduce the interest. Always think about ways or possibilities of reducing the interest. If you are told pay 1,032 every month, tell the bank or credit union, no. I want to pay bi-weekly. half of this one. Bi-weekly, a half of 1,032. Look now, by doing that, you reduce the interest from 62,000 to 56. Can you believe this? Look at this number here. In fact, you save 6,768 simply by paying bi-weekly, a half of this one. So remember, please pay bi-weekly every 2 weeks. Divide by 2 your mortgage payment every month, pay a half. You will save a lot of money. Or pay bi-weekly, and at the end of the year, maybe when you file your income tax, maybe you get a refund, maybe you get 1,000 or more. Suppose you get a refund from your tax filing. Really, we don't plan for this money. Pay your mortgage. Maybe 1,000 extra at the end of the year. Just 1,000 at the end of the year. Look now. Interest will come from 62,858 to 51,464. In fact, you save 11,394 simply by paying bi-weekly, and you pay 1,000 at the end of the year. What will happen when you pay bi-weekly every 2 weeks, and each payment add $50? $50. Each payment bi-weekly add $50. You can even arrange with the bank automatic. Look now, by doing this, interest will come from 62,858 to 49,895. In fact, you save almost 13,000. So look at these figures. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, I want to advise you, when you buy a house, play around. See, look at all possibilities to reduce the interest, to save money on interest. Save money on interest. You can play around. Play around, please. Okay? By doing this extra payment. Extra payment. Now, when you buy a house, you must find a real estate agent. No, this is the lawyer, legal cost. Sorry, I'm sorry. You must find a lawyer, legal cost, or closing cost. You will hear closing cost. The lawyer, you must find a lawyer. Who pays the lawyer? Who pays the lawyer? The buyer. You, the buyer, you must pay the lawyer. Closing cost. And the lawyer maximum is 2%. Maximum, it can be less, depending on lawyers. 2% of the price of your house. But the lawyer will not keep all this money. No. The lawyer will pay from the 2% you gave him or her. The lawyer will pay the land transfer tax. It's a lot of money. It's a percentage on the house price. It's a lot of money. The lawyer will transfer the land from the seller to you, the buyer. By doing this, the lawyer must pay a big amount of money, a percentage of your house price. from the 2% you gave him or her. And the lawyer will pay also the provincial tax on mortgage default insurance. 80% of the mortgage default insurance, the amount of mortgage default insurance. Remember that amount you pay one time only. The lawyer will pay 80%. It's a lot of money. From the 2%. So the lawyer will remain with a small amount of money. And the lawyer will register your mortgage, give you survey certificate, tax certificate, will do the title search to see if your property, there are no liens against your property. Miscellaneous, maybe the lawyer will say, I sent letters here and there. The lawyer will do all this. That is why you pay the lawyer maximum 2% of the purchase price. Yeah. And when you buy a house, home purchasing options. So find a realtor that you trust. So a good realtor, see here, a good realtor can make purchasing easier, home purchasing easier. They negotiate, they write and deliver the offers and communicate with the seller. Normally, let me tell you, normally there is a listing agent. If I'm the owner of a house, I have no time to sell my house, I will hire a real estate agent to sell my house. So that agent is called listing agent. And if he or she will sell my house, me the seller, the owner, I will pay a commission to this listing agent. I will pay a commission. It can be 3%, the value of the house, or 4%. It's a lot of money. Now, because the real estate agent will get a commission, a percentage of the selling price. Now, if the price goes up, the agent will get more, will get more. That is why we are telling you, find a realtor that you can trust. Yeah. But if this listing agent, if you don't trust him or her, and you have your own real estate agent, maybe from your community or from your friends, and you trust him or her, bring this realtor, your own. Show him, I want to buy this house. Then your own realtor will represent you. Will negotiate. Now there will be two, the listing agent and your own, two. You don't pay your own. They are going to share the commission. You don't pay your own. They will share the commission. Yeah. And you will see this term, purple bricks. Purple bricks. It means you buy a house and there is no realtor. You go directly to the seller. You negotiate with the seller. Of course, always they must be a lawyer. So the lawyer will write the offer to purchase. Okay? Purple bricks, no realtor. And the realtor, I told you, it is not best to use the seller's realtor. When you have your own, bring your own. Then your own will represent you. And we look out for your best interest. We negotiate. Now, what the real estate agent will do, what will he or she do? Number one, the real estate agent will write an offer to purchase. It's a document, offer to purchase. It's legal document, legal and binding document, offer to purchase. This is a document prepared by the real estate agent. Then within this document, there is number one, the purchase price. Number two, what will be included with the house. Sometimes you buy a house, it's empty, nothing. Or sometimes you buy a house and there is a washer, there is a fridge, there is maybe a dishwasher, a stove, and so on. All this must be written in the offer to purchase. Amount of deposit. When you look at a house and you say, yes, I will buy this house, you give a deposit. Sometimes it can be 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 deposit. The amount of down payment, the mortgage. And number four, possession date. The date you agree you are going to get the keys. The date should be written there. And if you want to put conditions, you look at a house, you say, yes, I will buy this house. But first of all, I want home inspection to my satisfaction. To my satisfaction. Remember to add that one. Home inspection to my satisfaction. Or you say, I want to buy this house on a condition that I will be approved for a mortgage approval. If you are not approved, then you go back to your real estate agent, you take back your deposit. But if you didn't put this condition, mortgage approval, you say you want to buy a house of 300,000, then you signed the offer to purchase, you give a deposit of maybe 10,000. Then you go to the bank says, oh, we are going to approve only 250. When you come back to your real estate agent and you say, no, I have been approved for 250, not 300. I want my deposit back. If you did not put as a condition mortgage approval, the real estate agent will not give you back your deposit, the amount of your deposit. You are going to lose this money. So be careful. Home inspection, mortgage approval. But we advise people, please, before buying a house, can you go to the bank or credit union, get a mortgage pre-approved? Now you know how much you are pre-approved for. Then go to the community looking for a house to buy, or look for a real estate agent to help you to buy a house. And remember, important, very important, request a property disclosure statement. This is the history of the house. property disclosure statement, the history of the house. Maybe there was a flooding in the basement. Maybe there was this problem, or maybe there was this problem. Mortgage request property disclosure statement. And this document, the owner will give you this document, and the owner will be honest, saying there was this problem, flooding in the basement, or maybe plumbing problems, electric, and so on. If you find out that the owner lied, you can sue him or her. Okay? And remember, we said minimum down payment 5%, minimum. And remember, closing cost, the lawyer, 2%. And remember, the mortgage default insurance, 4% if you give 5% down payment. So 5 plus 2, 7, plus 4, 11%. So if you want to buy a house, prepare 11% of the purchase price, or the price of the house you want to buy. But remember, if you don't have this 4% of the mortgage default insurance, no problem. They will add to your mortgage. They will add to your mortgage. Okay? So there are some tips. We talked about home inspection. There are some tips you yourself, you can use to look at the house. For example, look at the basement. Are the walls damp or smell? Or you can see the large cracks. Is there any working sump pump? Look at the roof. You can look at the roof. Are the shingles curling at the edge like this? Oh, you have to replace them soon. Or you can see rotten wood. You can even ask the owner, when did you change the shingles, the roof? These are things you can do yourself. Also, you can check the window. Are the windows single, double, or triple pane? How can you check this? If you have a phone, make the light, and the light through the window. Through the window, the light of your cell phone. Through the window, and you will see a reflection. If the window is single, you will see only a reflection. Through the window, only one light. If the window is double, you will see through the window reflection of 2 lights, one following another one. If the window is triple pane, you will see 3 lights, one following another one. Why do you have to check this? If your window is single, oh, it's a problem. You are going to use a lot of heat. If the window is double, it's better. Triple pane is the best. The cold will not come in easily. So you can check all this, or check if the windows open or doors open and close properly. Yeah, or if there is any water damages, you can see it. Yeah, and you can see if the house is forced air or radiators or baseboards. You can check all this. And the furnace, check the furnace. Is it, check first of all the age of the furnace. How old is the furnace? How old is the furnace? Yeah, and look if there is, does it have a working air conditioner or central air? You can, these are things you can check yourself. And also check about the hot water tank, the hot water tank. Ask how old is it? How many years? And look at the size. Is it adequate for your needs? Is it big enough for your family? Or 1 or 2 people will take a shower and the hot water is finished. You don't want that. So check the hot water tank. Okay. And also you can check basic inspector kit, matchstick to check for insulation. You can light match and put towards at the corner of the window. If you see the flame going this way, or there is a problem of insulation. Or you can take a pin to see if to check for rotting wood. If you just pin, then if the pin goes inside very easily, or there is a problem. Or marble to check whether the floors are slanted or the foundation is straight. If you see it's rolling, then this bubble, you see the marble is these ones. If you see them, they are rolling, it means the foundation is not straight. These are some basic inspection you can do yourself. We are going to finish. Now, for those who are in Winnipeg, the services we offer at New Journey Housing. So after you moved in, we are going to send a volunteer, and our volunteer will go over everything in the house that you have questions about. We look at the shingles, we look at the hot water tank, the furnace, the plumbing, everything. And we'll give you a proper explanation. So our volunteer is free. You don't pay our volunteer. You can call, for those who are in Winnipeg, 204, our telephone number, 942-2238, and we can help you. So ladies and gentlemen, you remember in part 1, we talked about advantages and disadvantages of renting. We also talked about advantages and disadvantages of buying a house. We talked about mortgage. We talked about property tax. We talked about property insurance, mortgage life insurance, term life insurance, mortgage default insurance. We talked about down payment. Yeah, we talked about interest, ways to reduce interest. We talked about credit score. We talked about the TDS. We talked about the GDS. Yeah, and we talked about the real estate agent, home inspection. We talked about the offer to purchase. And we talked about the home inspection. There are things you can do yourself. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to take much of your time. If you have any comment, any question, please feel free. It's a workshop, feel free to ask. Otherwise, thank you very much. If you have any question, please feel free, or any comment. Thank you very much.
Hello, Sirius, can you hear me?
Yes, Ryan?
Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca. Oh, yes, Rebecca, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if this, the recording will be available so we can watch it later.
Yeah, the recording will be available. Yeah, it will be available.
Okay, and how can
I will ask my supervisor to send it to you.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Yes, yeah. Yes. Yes. Bonnie, Rebecca, Ryan, Glenn, Chimija. We have 7 people. Yes, 7 people. It is really, I'm excited. And I wanted to thank you for your time. Yeah, tomorrow is a holiday. Monday is a holiday. So I want to wish you good, long holiday.
Yes, thank you, Azarias.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Azarias. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
God bless, Azarias. Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you, you too. Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes, okay, bye.